a malicious soul, a body subject unto sin. They are the enemies of Christ. They are the enemies of the Most High. They are not with the Most High in Christ. They are against him. They choose to go against him. It's not like, oh, you know what? The Lord said that the herb is for medicine, and I need to heal my mind, so let me hit the guns. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
All right. Thanks for coming to class tonight. The title of tonight's class is Why People Hear the Truth but Don't Receive It. Why people hear the truth but don't receive it. And I will tell you the truth. This is an epidemic. Matter of fact, it's a pandemic. It's a vaccine pandemic across the four corners of the earth. But my question to y'all, just to open it up, to get to see where your mind is at. Why do you think people, they might sit back and hear the truth, but they won't receive it? And when I say the truth, I'm not even just talking about the Bible. I'm not talking about just the Bible or Christ is black, or the apostles were black, and the real nation of Israel is blacks, Native Americans, Hispanics. I'm not talking about just that, because we hear that, we know that. Okay, so but what about to y'all? What about to those who know? Why would you hear the truth but you won't really receive the truth? Meaning, it's like, oh yeah, cool story. Oh yeah, that's just what you think. Oh, okay, well, it's not quite. You don't have the full story. That's why you're only saying that. Or you think you know, or you think you understand me, but you don't really understand me. You don't get it. They'll hear, but then they won't really believe or receive who's telling them something that's truthful. So my question to y'all, why would people hear the truth? Why would people hear a good word or the advice or the exhortation but won't receive it? What do y'all think?
Well, what comes to my head when you ask this question is that people would, like, if they were to ask a question and you give them advice or you exhort them, it's because when they ask you, they're just looking for what they want to know, and you're telling them the opposite of what they should know and not what they want to. So they get angry and they're like, well, that's not what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear something else.
Okay, so you feel like people, they might hear, but they're waiting for you to say something that they agree with. Not so much that they want the truth or that they want an actual solution. They just want to hear what they want. Something that agrees with their spirit. That is an on-point statement, my brother. Who else? Anybody got anything else?
It's kind of along the same lines, but it's not so much they ask you something because they want to see where your mind is at. Not that they actually want any type of counsel. It's just like, what's on this guy's mind? So I'm gonna ask him a certain kind of question. But I didn't really care either way.
Will make me cry, huh? Let me just see if you know something. And not like I'm really gonna do it, but let me just hear you out. I'm not gonna do it, but at least I can say I counsel. I did what the Bible said. I counseled. There's people that do that too. It's crying shame, man. That's why I said made me want to cry. Damn. Hurts my feelings. Get them feelings off my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else? Why would people hear and sit back and listen to the truth, but then they won't really receive it? And again, it's not just the truth of the Bible. Let's talk about the truth in all circumstances and instances. Like you got women here. Y'all ever counsel a younger woman? And then you counsel that younger woman to do something better, but she still does the same thing? Why do you think that happens? Corey.
Well, I know I've talked to some people and it's because either they stubborn or they still think it'll work out the way that they're doing it, and they keep doing it. It's just like insanity. And then they come back and I'm like, I told you. And then they get into something else and then they just don't want to listen. They just set in their ways and think that they can figure it out when somebody already been down that path and trying to show you. But we don't know nothing, so.
Like, oh yeah, you've been down that path. You're speaking from experience, but it's 2026. What do you mean? Your experience is not valid anymore. Things aren't the way they used to be. We got technology now. We got electric cars. We got social media. Y'all didn't have social media when you was growing up.
But I tell them there's nothing new under the sun. Hey.
Come on. You're right. There's nothing new under the sun. And it's wild how people, this wisdom can be redistributed generation after generation after generation. But that current generation, that new generation, always thinks that they just know. And you don't know. Because you don't know what they're going through. It's not the same as it was for you. But here's the thing, and I tell plenty of people about this in many different circumstances. The time, the place, the events, the people, the city, the state can change, but the spirit will remain the same. The spirit of a situation, the spirit of what's going on. It's not so much, technology. It's a different person. It's, before I was dealing with a black man, now I'm dealing with a Latino man. Before I was dealing with a Latino woman, but now I'm dealing with a sister. No, it don't matter. Things can change, but if that spirit is still around, it's the spirit of a situation. I got a couple of things here. You know how I like to read up on psychological profiling and different mental reasonings that people have. Because human beings are strange. People are strange. Y'all ever hear of cognitive dissonance?
Yep.
Yeah. So, someone look up what cognitive dissonance is. What you got, Corey?
Cognitive dissonance is a mental discomfort. It's a mental discomfort experience when holding two or more contradictory beliefs, values, or attitudes, often triggered by actions that clash with deeply held attitudes.
Two different reasonings, two different understandings. The truth versus what you want to do. The way you want to do it versus the best way to do it. What's facts and what your mind made up. Okay, so now what people tend to hold on to more deeply, which causes this cognitive dissonance, is what their mind says. When a person's holding on to their own mental beliefs, not the facts of the matter, not the truth. When you want to hold on to what your mind thinks and what your mind is saying is the truth, that's where this conflict happens. That's where the truth doesn't get a chance to enter in. That's where you keep having this clash of emotions. That's where you're at the spot where Elijah was talking about. You're looking for someone to say something that agrees with what you agree with already. The dissonance is like, no, he's not saying or she's not saying what I agree with. That can't be true. I don't want that to be true. But some part of you understands and knows that it's true, but you don't want to receive it. I mean, we've been hitting this scripture a lot lately, which is crazy how much this scripture has to get hit. But, it's okay. It's okay because Israel needs to hear things over and over and over again in order to fully receive it. So give me Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. What verse I want? Is it 3?
Verse 3.
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, it's like chapter 1 and verse 3. For forward thoughts separate from God, and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise.
Forward thoughts separate. Your thoughts separate from the truth. Because God is nothing but, the Most High is not going to bring a lie to you. He's not lying to you. He's not trying to manipulate you and deceive you. He's not trying to have you kill yourself. He's not trying to have you destroy your life. The Most High is trying to alleviate the stresses of your life. The Most High is trying to bring you into a better place. Or keep you from going down a dark place. Forward thoughts, negative thoughts, separate from the Most High. Verse 4.
For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter.
And when you keep wanting to be malicious, you can have the most meek, humble sounding voice. But when you go against the word of truth, when you go against wisdom, you have a malicious spirit on you. It says wisdom won't enter into a malicious spirit. Nor what?
Nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin.
It's crazy part about the body that's subject to sin. First of all, it said a malicious spirit, right? Wisdom won't enter into malicious spirit. But then that body that's subject to sin, how is a body subject to sin? Let y'all think about that instead of me just spoon feeding all answers because y'all grown. What is a body subject to sin? Lashabar.
That's somebody that just is controlled by their sin.
Okay, controlled by the sin. Like what type of sins?
When I think they just have like no control. They're just overdoing everything. They have no impulse control. However they feel. Well, I feel like, having sex today, so I'm gonna go find somebody to lay with.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I'm gonna go eat, whatever. The Bible says don't eat pork, but if it just so happens to have pork, it don't matter.
Okay. What else? What was your old man thing?
My old man thing was weed. Different psychedelics.
Shrooms.
Yep.
Weed. PCP.
Yeah.
Just trying to be in an altered state of mind as long as I could.
Why is that?
I was gonna ask that damn question.
If you don't mind asking, why is that?
For
Altered
me,
state of mind.
it was like, that was my spiritual practice, I guess. That's how I go, deep into the mind, and that's how you supposedly access the spiritual realm through these different plants and things.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, so he took it all the way back to Genesis.
Yeah, I heard that before. This dude, he told me, he said, why do you think they call it getting high? Because you're getting closer to God.
Oh man.
Or you just coming out your damn body and really touching them clouds for real.
Yeah. You making room for the demons to enter in your body. You leave your body for the demons to enter in. Yeah. Was there anything else?
That was it.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything that they want to add to what La Shabar said? Why a body subject to sin? What is this body subject to? Why it says wisdom won't enter into a malicious spirit, nor a body subject unto sin. Or did he sum it up? Oh.
I mean, does everybody else got an answer? You said, what is it subject to?
Mm-hmm.
It's subject to the baser appetites. It's basically subject to itself. It's not governed by anything higher than it. So it's like what the Most High says, your God is your belly.
Come.
Your belly rules you, your thoughts, your impulses, right? It's just the baser things. You go for the basic instincts. Eat, sleep, reproduce. Reproduce with anybody, sleep on the job, and eat whatever comes across my plate. No standard.
No standard. Let's get the scripture he quoted. Philippians chapter 3, verse 19.
Okay. Look at Philippians chapter 3 and verse 19. Who's in...
Wait, hold on. Let's start up a little bit. Let's start at verse 17.
Book of Philippians chapter 3 and verse 17. Brethren, be followers together of me.
Do what?
Be followers together of me.
He said, be followers of me. Okay, I am doing what the scriptures say. I'm being that example so that you can see an example. Not only do you hear, not only are you hearing, you're able to read, you're also able to see the example. Be ye followers of me. Go ahead.
And mark them which walk so as ye have us for an ensample.
Mark them. Oh, he's a good example. She's a good example. That's a good example. The way he handled that situation is a good example. Moving according to the scriptures. Go ahead.
For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Christ.
Who would be an enemy of the cross of Christ? Who would that be? Where was you at, Bryce?
Wisdom of Solomon.
Read Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 and 4.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 4. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in a body that is subject unto sin.
Read verse 18 again.
Philippians chapter 3, verse 18. For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Christ.
A malicious soul, a body subject unto sin. They are the enemies of Christ. They are the enemies of the Most High. They are not with the Most High in Christ. They are against him. They choose to go against him. It's not like, oh, you know what? Hey, it's God led me to this. You know, God led me to, you know, he said that, you know, the Lord spoke to me at 3 a.m. and said, drive down Bissonnette.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Or, you know what? The Lord said that the herb is for medicine, and I need to heal my mind, so let me hit the ganj. Oh, the Lord said that, you know, give yourself to the physician, in the hands of the physician. And the physician, he subscribed me some Zoloft and Xanax. What? So you're gonna self-medicate. The crazy part about medicating mental things is anything, most things, honestly. But psychological issues that are being medicated, they never get dealt with. All you're doing is covering it up. That's all it does. It just covers it up. Temporarily covers it up. It's not even like a multiple day fix. It's a few hour fix at best. A few hours. It's not really fixing nothing. But people want to take these different medications. Someone I talked to them all got mental issues. Has to take antidepressants, anti-anxiety pills. But what's the real issue? The real issue is, okay, something happened to you in your childhood. Something happened to you in your teenage years. You're going through something traumatic, and you're not dealing with it properly. You're doing what the Bible says not to do. You're going after your own understanding. And then when the truth is being brought to you, you don't want to hear it because you don't agree with it. You want to go to every counselor that's going to speak the smooth words to you, that's going to tell you what you want to hear, instead of the actual truth. But guess what? You're going to get it either way it goes.
Can I just add something just on that?
Yeah.
Because I want to be fair, because you do got some people that got to take that medication. And I mean, like, they got to take it because they got to be able to settle down their brain in hopes that the wisdom can penetrate. Because some of our people, they've been through a lot. I'm gonna just say that. And so it gets to that point where they gotta also have that understanding that if I'm taking these medications, I'm taking it not as the Band-Aid or the fix, not as the fix, but like as a Band-Aid or as a crutch to get me to the next point, but not something that I can rely on long term. Because some of our people definitely need some Xannies. They definitely need Xannies. They definitely need something to calm. Yeah, you need something to calm down the noise, turn the noise down, because all we become. Because what's the class again? Name of the class?
Why people hear the truth but don't receive it.
Right, because all we become is the noise that they hear, but then they reject it.
Mm-hmm.
Even wisdom can be rejected if it's too much noise. So sometimes our people gotta go sit in front of a white man or a black man. Little clipboard, comfy couch. He's not looking directly at them, no judgment zone. He's writing things down on the clipboard, everything you say. He's giving you his worldly wisdom. But the whole time he's like, Xanax, this nigga. 30 pills, 100 milligrams, stat,
Quick.
right? And so, like, you know, we're not proponents of taking these drugs. We're not, but just from what I've been seeing, dealing with certain brothers and sisters that really have high levels of anxiety and high levels of smoke.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's just high. We can put it up. It'll go up. just high levels of this mental noise.
Mm-hmm.
They need a volume. They need something to turn down the volume because the wisdom of Christ is not even being able to penetrate. Why? Well, it's not that the wisdom of Christ don't work,
Right.
right? It's just that they don't know how to decipher what's what. Because you can preach the Bible to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be willing to hear it and receive it. They're not willing to hear it because it's just too noisy in their heads. So it's like, let's turn down the volume. Let's get you in a lucid, calm state, and let's talk calmly. And let's get you now to where we can connect you with your brain, connected with Christ's brain, the Most High's brain, and then we can see if we can get through to you. And then what do we do while we're doing that? The hope is that the person is not constantly on drugs, but weaning themselves off. I have to say that because, if y'all only understood, a lot of our people need it. They need something to calm them so they can receive. But it's not bad to take medicine. It's just medicine. You had your hand up.
I was gonna ask, if someone says that they're applying the wisdom and it's not working and the scriptures are not working, does that mean that they're malicious? They have a malicious spirit, like someone that's here actively saying that they're trying, but it's not working.
No, it doesn't mean it's only malicious if they're saying that, but they're not really doing it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because a lot of our people say, "Well, I tried that," and then when you sit them down and you say, "Okay, what did you try?" And then once you break down the whole mechanics of what they did, it's like, well, see, you added something in there that I didn't tell you to do, or you removed a critical part
Yeah.
that was needed, or you gave up before the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, you would go back and re-examine the method, the wisdom that was given, how was it done? And then if a person is saying they did certain things, but they know they didn't, then you'd have to reevaluate, okay, what's really going on with you? What other spirit is in you that's making you be deceptive to us, to yourself, right? So it can become malicious is the point. It doesn't necessarily have to be off the top, but it can become if a person is purposefully reject, because that's just them roundaboutly just rejecting things. Right?
Yeah, and like qatazap was saying, usually when things are broken down, it comes down to they removed something, they added something, the method, the timing. Because I will raise my hand to that. I have said that, I have been there, and I felt like that. I'm like, man, I'm doing everything that brothers are telling me to do. I'm following the counsel, I'm following the scriptures. It ain't working. But you gotta just wait it out sometimes. Sometimes it's just patience. Have that patience. Sometimes it's the timing of when to, when not to, the discretion. And so I started asking more detailed questions. I was like, okay, so when should I talk about this? Should I do it in the morning? Should I do it in the afternoon? Should I do it in the evening? Should I do it at dinner? Should I call up over the phone? Should it be face to face? Like, I started getting wanting more specifics. But you had your hand?
Oh, no, you answered it.
Oh, okay. I was like, cause come on, like I felt like I was doing everything, like every Bible verse, I'm following the method. I'm trusting in the method, not my own way of doing it, but what the wisdom says to do. And in my situation, it was just time. It was just time, and eventually the situation changed. And it doesn't always change the way that we want it to change. It can change in a way that feels hurtful. You can get down, sad, but it's for the best. Because and I'm talking about a relationship. I'm talking about my ex. Like, I followed the wisdom and I stuck with it, and then eventually it did like the scriptures say. You Yahushua said he came not to bring peace on earth, but a sword. He made that division. And it happened. I mean, I wanted copacetic, smooth, everything, gel together in peace, love, happiness, everyone growing in the spirit. But it didn't happen that way. Separate. But that was the way it needed to be, though. Something that we always say that we can take as bad is not always bad for us. Like when I lost my job at the bank. I don't know how many times I told this story. Got to the job early, and I prayed. I hated my job. Afraid to whoop people. I wanted to whoop so many ass at that job. Like y'all ever see that video? It's like a little video, and this dude, he walks into a backyard party, and something happens, and he like slaps a kid. He's like, yeah. And then more kids walk up. He like slapping the kids, like just knocking all the kids out. Then the adults start running up, like, why you hitting my kid? He's like, he starts slapping everybody. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt like going into my job back then. I just wanted to just smack everybody. Wasn't happy. Prayed, said, Lord, take me away from this place. Got fired that same day. Mm-hmm. I wanted, the way I wanted to leave, the way I envisioned it, your boy win the lottery. I don't have to ever work again. Win the lottery. Or I just get a better paying job. Didn't have, none of that happened. It's not right then. Mm-hmm. I got fired. And I didn't do nothing that day. It was something that came back from the past. But here was the good part. I was making just about as much money on unemployment as I was working. So I kind of got what I wanted. And then on top of it, like I wanted a better job.
I mean, ain't the lotto free money?
The lotto is free money.
Ain't unemployment kind of like free money?
Con. So I got that. And then I also wanted or a better job. Well, I got a better job later that paid more. So Most High gave me what I wanted, but it didn't feel good initially. So that's what happens when you're following the method. It may not always feel good or comfortable when you're following the wisdom, but then it does have a peaceable outcome in the end. You just gotta stick with it. But these people don't even want to give it a chance. Unless you're saying what they want to hear, what they want to do, they don't even want to give it a chance. That cognitive dissonance. What scriptures you have?
Philippians chapter 3, verse 18.
Did we finish that?
Gone.
Oh, no. Verse 19.
Verse 19. Whose end is destruction.
Uh-huh.
Whose God is their belly.
See, because their end is destruction. When you follow the method and you take in the wisdom, you have a peaceable end. You have an expected end. That's what the scriptures say, right? The Most High want to give us an expected end. I know the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts of peace and not evil, to have an expected end. Well, these people that don't want to let the wisdom interject into their lives, they don't want to follow the wisdom. They'll just hear it, go in one ear, out the other. Or they'll hear it and they throw up their Captain America shield and just bounce off. It says these people, their end is destruction. Their God is their belly. Their God is their flesh. Their God, they want to self-medicate, unprescribed medication. And they have no means of getting off of it. They don't even have a plan. They don't even want to, because it makes them feel good. That whole God is their belly. It said in Wisdom of Solomon 1:4, right? Or was it 4? Yeah, 4. The body subject unto sin. Yeah, because they yield their members over to sin. they yield their members, their body, over to the worldly influence, not to the spirit. They're not controlled by the spirit. They're controlled by the world. They're controlled by their flesh. Their God is their belly. What's one of the first commandments, right? Thou shalt have no other power before me. Shall have no other God before me. Well, if you're making your belly, your flesh, your God, well then you already putting you over the Most High. You're putting your wants and your desires over the Most High. Read on.
And whose glory is in their shame.
And this part kills me. You know how many weed smokers I come across in the mall? And I can tell them something. I give them a little wisdom. And then ultimately I'm like, look, just do what you want. You like it, I love it for you. You know, you happy, I'm happy for you. You know, whatever floats your boat. And then they'll have some type of repentive statement like, you know, I'm only doing this because I'm dealing with a lot. Or I only do it because it calms my nerves. Or I only do it when I'm stressed. I don't smoke all the time. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, whatever helps you sleep at night. You know, if that helps you sleep at night, that's what helps you sleep at night. You know, if that's what clears your conscience, have at it. But the scripture says their God is they mind worldly things. It says their glory is their shame. So they'll have this whole repentive talk, but then give it a few days, give it a couple of weeks, give it a month, and then you'll catch them where they're not toking because they're going through something. They're toking because it's fun. They with their boys, they with their girls, and they just, hey, YOLO, drinking, smoking it up. And it's like, oh, I thought you only did it because you're stressed. I thought you only did it because, you know, it helped clear your mind. Oh, it looked like you just doing it because you just having fun. You look like you just like doing it now. I seen something online, and it was this one girl. She gave me a repentive speech, much like I described to y'all. And then afterwards, I seen her online, and she's like just getting blowed with her homegirls. And I was like, oh, makes sense now. I sent her that message. I was like, oh, makes sense. Makes sense. And what makes sense to me is why she was going through what she's going through. It wasn't, oh, I need to smoke the weed to calm my mind because of the situation that I'm dealing with. It's no, I smoke the weed that caused the situation that I'm dealing with. That causes me not to be able to deal with the situation that I'm dealing with. So I got to smoke more weed. So it's a messed up cycle. And then when I sent that message, I'm like, oh, I understand. I'm like, what do you mean you understand? Like I could hear the voice in the text. You're being judgmental. I'm just having fun with my friends. I didn't say nothing. I just said, I understand. Now I understand. It makes sense to me. You know, people's mind and the way people think don't make sense to me all the time. Because to me, 1 + 1 makes 2. You had another one that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going through this with my son, my 4-year-old, you know? His colors, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. And that makes sense, counting from 1 to 10. But then when I deal with people and I talk with them, their sense is this. Well, you got to start off at 3 in order to get to 1. I'm like, huh? Like, but is that? Oh, I get it. You're trying to go backwards. No, yeah, you got to go backwards in order to go forward. Okay. Oh, I'm with you, okay? I'm understanding your mind. We start at 3, then we go 2, 1, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we in order, right? But it's like, yeah, so you get me now, right? So yeah, you go from 3, 2, 1, and then you go 1, 7, 15, 5. Like, oh, hold on, Ak, you lost me now. You lost me. I thought you started here to go back so that you can go in order. I'm like, I am. But see, with the spirit, you gotta move with the spirit, and the spirit ain't always in order. Huh? It's like, well, scripture say, the spirit says, the Holy Bible says, thus says the Lord says, let all things be done, class, decently and in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In order. I rock with you long enough to try to understand your mind, because you said you got to start right here and then you got to go back to the 1 in order to go all the way through to the 10. But my G, you jumped all the way off the scale. You missed a bunch of numbers in between. But that'd be that mind that glories in these activities. She was really trying to light me up. You judging me. You don't know me. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what I deal with. I'm like, you're right. I don't. I don't know all the details. I don't know all the ins and outs. But guess what? I know that spirit that you're rolling with. I know that mother. I almost said it. I know that. I know that spirit. I know that demon. Because I've dealt with it plenty of times. Guess what? Said in the beginning of class. Time, place, date, people. It might change. It might look different. But it's the same damn spirit. And I can identify it. And it moves in everyone the same way. I don't care if the times have changed. I don't care if the place changed. I don't care if it's in a different person. The spirit is going to act the same way every single time. And they glory in it. These people glory in doing what they want to do. They think it's cool. At first they act like they were shameful about it. It was a shame to them, but it really wasn't their shame. They take glory in that. Oh yeah, I was out getting blown with my homies. Remember I went out and I was around some family, and they started lighting up, and I was like, dang. Ever learning, but never coming to the knowledge of the truth, huh? I had to separate. Anyways, it says their glory is in their shame. Read on.
Who mind earthly things.
Their mind is not on things of the spirit. Their mind is not on actual growth. Earthly things. What are some earthly things? Job, career, house, car, finances. Education. Status. Clothes. Earthly things. Parties, friends, events. Earthly things. The next fix. Earthly things. But those who understand, or those of us who should understand, those of us who actually receive the wisdom and we don't go through that cognitive dissonance, should be here. Verse 20.
Verse 20. For our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah, our conversation should be in heaven. Spiritual things. On earth as it is in heaven, right? Things done decently and in order. All right, y'all can drop those. I'm done with those scriptures. Those scriptures weren't even in the class. So we're dealing with the cognitive dissonance. Holding on to conflicting ideas. Can't be on both sides of the fence. tear your mind apart. And the crazy part about that is people recognize the wisdom too. They'll recognize it, and it hurts to hear. And so they'll try to grab on to what they want. Makes that strong conflict, that strong cognitive dissonance. They believe their way is the truth. Another thing, you have ego and identity defense. Ego and identity defense. What is it? Advice can feel like a threat to autonomy or competency. So your ego, your identity, when someone is telling you to do something counter to what you feel makes up who you are. This is me. These are my core beliefs. This is who I am. And I'm just different. I'm not like everybody else. And someone's telling you to be something else other than you, you feel like that's a threat to who you are. It feels like it's a personal attack at your competency. They just don't know me. They don't know that I know how this works. You don't just trust in me. You don't trust in me. Because I got wisdom too. I know some things. I've been through some things.
No. You got to do it right.
Okay.
Demon. If be the demon inside them, that'd be like,
take what you desire. They don't deserve it. It should be yours.
see, it's like the little thing right here. He like, see?
Oh, the little devil on the shoulder?
Yeah. He like, see how you see what he just said? See? Look, just keep listening, and then
See, they don't like you. They don't think that you're smart.
See, and it just plays this little game inside of their own head, right? He said it. Their own ego makes them feel a certain way, and it doesn't matter if the information is contrary. It could be information that they know they should be applying.
Mm-hmm.
If you have ego involved, even in information that's applicable and that works, guess what's going to happen? There's going to be some reason. Well, see, I ain't going to do that because you told me to do it. I know it's 100% right, but because you a man and I'm a man too, I ain't rocking with that. Because the spirit got to show me. See, he think he Christ. See,
I'm God, you ain't.
I'm God, nigga. I'm God. Cause I'm God, and nigga. Cause you ain't. See, he did. Look. He acting like he ain't got no problems. He acting like he ain't got like he ain't got issues. How you gonna tell me something and his headband is on crooked? How he gonna tell me something and you know what I'm saying? His kids is bad. Mm-hmm. That's how that demon be playing. It looks for a way out. It looks for a way out to give you a way not to follow things that's being told.
Yeah.
And that's all it is, because that's what the ego wants to be right. It wants to be the supreme thing. And it don't want nobody else's ego to interfere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's perfect.
You gotta do that right, man. See?
Yep.
See? They hating on us. See, they hating on us.
Yeah, I knew he didn't like me.
I knew he didn't like us.
Oh yeah, it's us.
It's a demon.
Yeah, it's like Venom.
It's like Venom. Throwing you all around, telling you crazy stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
This is okay. Why it matters. People resist advice that implies they're doing something wrong, even if it's true. Don't that hit? They will reject the wisdom if it implies that they themselves are doing something wrong, because they feel like they're right. The way that they do things is the right way. You attacking me, I'm going to reject that. I'm going to put up my defense. Ego and identity defense. Another one. Status quo bias. Status quo bias. Someone look that up. Someone look it up.
Status quo?
Status quo bias.
That's easy.
Status quo bias. Let's see what y'all come up with. Status quo bias. Did you ever hear him?
I found.
Okay, what you got?
It says status quo bias is a mental habit where people prefer things to stay the same, even when change would be clearly better.
When people would prefer things to stay the same, even when change is better. Is that what you got too, Corey?
No, I have something different.
What you got?
Status quo bias is a cognitive bias driving a preference for a current state of affairs, leading individuals to avoid change and stick with default options, even when superior alternatives exist.
Same thing, different wording. Yes. Status quo bias is you want your same routine to stay the same, even if there's something better. I know people like that. And this, you can give them all the wisdom on why they should change and switch up their habits. But this is their habit. And they're just so comfortable with doing things the way that they do it. Like, y'all know I had to switch up my habits in order to lose weight and work out. And I came up with something that I feel works great with my life, my lifestyle. It doesn't interfere with camp life, home life, don't interfere with nothing. And I'm still able to maintain my health so that I can give myself better to these other zones. But before I was here, status quo bias.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, my routine says that I can't do this. My routine, the way my life is, the way my life is set up, I'm not able to add any workout time because I gotta make class, I gotta work, I gotta counsel, I gotta study, like I gotta be a dad, I gotta be a husband, I gotta be a brother, I gotta put on all these hats, I gotta do all these things. I gotta think of other things that we can do in order to grow as a camp. Like I gotta think. I don't got room to worry or switch up my routine for my health. I don't got room for it. If this is the routine, I just gotta stick with this. There's no way for me to change. But then, if you want something different, you gotta do something different, right? So, no one gave me this advice to get up early like I get up. But I just sat back and I considered within myself. I said, when do I really have time? And I was like, well, if I got up early, if I get up before everyone else gets up, then I have time. If I get up before the first text message comes to my phone, then I'm winning. If I can get up before the first call comes to my phone, I'm winning. I can do this. And then brothers started learning that I'm getting up early, so my phone calls started coming early. But still, the routine can be this. I work so much, I don't have time to read or study. I work all day, and then I got to deal with kids. And then by the time I finish doing all that, I'm tired. I have no time to study, to work on my spirit. Well, you can come tell qatazap, come tell myself why you're not able to study, why you're not able to work on your spirit, why you're not able to even work on your health. because you're so busy. And then just like how qatazap said earlier about the methods, right? And applying the wisdom. Okay, well, tell me what you're doing. Well, I'm doing this, this, and this. Okay, from what time to what time do you do that? Oh, well, I got to go into work from 10 to 7. Or 9 to 6. It's like, okay. Well, what time do you wake up in the morning? Well, I gotta wake up in the morning at 6, get the kids ready for school, be out the house by 7:20. Like, okay, 7:20. And then you say you start work at what time? 9. Okay, after you drop off the kids, what time do you get home? I get home about 8. Okay.
It's a clean hour.
Boom, an hour. And let's say you got to commute somewhere. You got to get ready and commute, right? Let's say. Well, you can give yourself 15 minutes to read, 15, 20 minutes to read. You can give yourself 15, 20 minutes to go for a walk. You can give yourself 15, 20 minutes to meal prep something so that you can have a healthy lunch. Wherever, once the schedule is broken down, then the options are shown. But someone that has a status quo bias, when the wisdom is coming, the truth is coming, they're like, yeah, but I don't got time for that. I'm tired. It's like, whoa, hold on. You just said that you got an hour. You got from 8 to 9. And then sometimes it's from 8 to 10. What are you doing? Well, I just like to sometimes, like, I'm so tired, I just want to relax.
Gotta go home and get that extra 15 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta lay down for another 15 minutes. I gotta get a little extra sleep. No.
That's why you're so tired, though.
Yeah, because you're up and then you go back to sleep to get back up again.
Yeah.
You don't get no real sleep.
Right. Makes you groggier.
Mm-hmm. Status quo bias. These are people that have that status quo bias. They reject the wisdom because they don't want to change their pattern or their activities that they're used to doing. It says,
Do you got a point in there where it just says some people are just flat out demons?
no, I don't.
Oh, Salakia.
I mean, but you could add it.
Salakia.
You could add it.
No, I'll let you do the psychology thing. I got you.
You could
Some
add it.
niggas is just wicked. No, it's not. Salakia.
That's definitely a thing.
It's definitely a point, right?
Into a malicious spirit, right? Wisdom won't enter. It says, so for status quo bias, why it matters. Change involves effort, uncertainty, and discomfort. So to change, you got to actually put forth some effort. And then you don't even know if you're going to get the results that you want from putting in the effort. And then putting in this effort with unknown results can be uncomfortable. That's why they prefer to keep their routine, because they know the routine and they know what they're going to get out of the routine. Even when the benefits are clear, someone can tell you, look, if you eat right, you're going to be healthier. Remember Jack LaLanne? The juicer dude?
Yeah.
Thick eyebrows that looked like they was like getting ready to go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I remember Jack LaLanne.
He was like, yeah, juice these fruits and vegetables. You're gonna be 1,000 years old and strong like me. Ah.
Like the baby Hulk. Like the first Hulk that talked.
Yeah. Oh, Jack LaLanne was like ripped.
Tight ass shorts.
Yeah. Little tight shirt, tight white beater on.
Jack LaLanne.
He was like, yeah, you got a juice.
Them commercials was
Straight
crazy.
juice. It's good for the body. All I do is drink juice.
Yeah.
I don't eat nothing else. Juice, it absorbs into your body and it energizes you. You want the energy? Drink the juice. Look, chop it up into pieces.
You know, crazy ass juicer. That old massatizing.
I got that juicer. No, that's my juicer. I got the Jack LaLanne juicer. This dude that juicer is ancient. It works though. It works, but Jack LaLanne is like, hey.
Oh, you was rocking with him because he's from San Fran. That's why you rocked with him.
Nah, well, you know what? I didn't even know that, but that's another reason to rock with him. You know, he's a Niner fan. Anyways, someone can show you from their own life and their own results that it can work for you too. But just because they're telling you and you're seeing clear results, you're like, well, my body's different. I'm different. My life is different. You don't get me. You don't know me. My life it's just different. Maybe you can do it. I remember someone told me some stupid stuff like that. When I used to work at Starbucks, and I was a manager at Starbucks. I was store manager at Starbucks, and this chick, like, I was trying to help her out, give her some wisdom and advice on how she can improve her schedule and her life status. And while I'm just calmly giving her advice, she just turned up on me. She crashed out in a moment. She's like, you know what? Belante enunciated my name fully. Belante, everyone don't got it like you got it. I was like, what do you mean got it like I got it? I'm a full-time college student. I live on the other side of town. I drive 45 minutes to get to work. I sleep 0. What do you mean everybody ain't got it like I got it? I think people got it better than I got it. Matter of fact, I got a loaf of bread, a pack of lunch meat, and a pack of cheese that I live on, and a bag of chips that sit on top of the refrigerator. Like, what do you mean people ain't got it like me? I think people got it better. I didn't go into it like that with her. I didn't bring her the woes of my life, but I was trying to show her, I was like, hey, look, your situation is not as bad as you think it is. Could be worse. But she didn't want to accept the wisdom. She wanted things to stay the same. She was happy with her chaos. Another one. I know we're going to these. These are all different reasons, psychological reasons why people will not accept the truth. React. Help me out. My tongue is messing up.
React.
4.
Reactance, resistance.
Reactance. Okay, so reactance is another one, another reason. What reactance is, it's resistance to being controlled. Resistance to being controlled. Meaning, Elijah, do it this way. Instead of being like, Khan, you're not the boss of me. You ain't my daddy. You can't control me. You can't tell me what to do. Being controlled. What is it? A psychological pushback against being told what to do. It's a psychological pushback against being told what to do. I'm my own man. Think about it. Me and qatazap, we're not the oldest men in the school. Other brothers are older than us. Other brothers can easily say, look, man, while you was in diapers, I was out living life. Who are you to tell me what to do? Hey, I'm just a man with the Bible. That's it. I get it a little bit more than you get it. That's it. Look, take the advice. Take the counsel. But there'll be this pushback because they're like, you can't tell me what to do. You're younger than me. Or we're men. We can counsel a woman. So, well, you don't get the female perspective. You don't get it. Like, you can't tell me because you're not a woman. Like, okay. Well, that could be used in any scenario. We can tell Bryce something, Elijah something. And they can say, well, you can't tell me because you don't know what it's like being my age.
But we do.
Yeah.
We were your age, you were never our age.
Exactly. You don't know what things are like in today's time.
Corey pulled that one out on Saturday.
Reactants. Reactants. Why does this matter? Especially strong when advice feels like a command or judgment. So the advice comes off or feels like it's control, or it's a command, or you're judging that person because you told them to do something and they're smart enough to know that they're supposed to do it that way. Like I was told this one time. It's like, I said, hey, when you make the quesadilla, put cheese on the bottom of the tortilla, then put the meat on, and put cheese on top of the meat, and fold.
Man,
Right?
read.
And the reason why you do that, because it makes the tortilla stick on both sides because of the cheese.
Well, you can't tell me nothing. You ain't Mexican.
God! Who are you to tell me? You didn't need to tell me that. You didn't need to tell me that. I'm like, just
There's a cat that likes to eat tortillas.
yeah.
And cheese.
I'm
I'm a cat that likes a fully stuffed
quesadilla.
quesadilla. I don't want it just skimpy.
Right.
I like my quesadillas to stick together. Right?
I don't want to grab my quesadilla and it does this.
Oh,
It just does like that.
Just flop open.
Yeah.
Cause ain't no cheese gluing together.
Exactly.
So really, you ain't got to be a Mexican to know how to make a quesadilla. You just got to know how to do paper mache like a 3-year-old, or how to glue things together like a proper human.
Like a proper human. But you can't tell me nothing, cause it sounds like you're judging me. It sounds like that's a command. I know how to do this. You can't tell me how to do it because I know how to do it.
that's hilarious.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When those of you who have experienced positions of leadership, could have been manager on a job. You could have your own business. You could have been the lead on a group project. When you leave out details and you just hope that the other person understands too and is on the same page as you and would do the same thing that you would do, then when the actual final result comes, it's like, why my quesadilla doing like this? Like,
It's floppy.
why is it falling open and everything inside falling out? I was in Samuel's 20 something. Lost my spot. Bam. 23. Yeah, so they don't want to get with the program because they feel like they know already, but then if you've ever been in a position, you get that final result, and you'll see that, oh, this isn't quite the way that it should be or that I envisioned it being. And then any good leader, who does a good leader blame?
Themselves.
Exactly. It's my fault because I didn't give the step-by-step instruction of how exactly it should have been. That's my fault. I should have gave more detailed instructions. So make it, as they say, foolproof, right? You can't mess it up because you got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got an order. You know exactly what to do. But this person, no, don't tell me because you're not the boss of me. That sounds like a command.
Or what qualifies you?
What qualifies you to tell me exactly?
Because you're not Mexican, you cannot tell me how to cook a quesadilla.
A Mexican dish.
Right? You cannot cook. It's like me saying because you ain't Jamaican, you can't make jerk chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's not necessarily the case. What you would do is, because I'm a person that makes jerk chicken on a frequent level, before you make it, if you never tried it ever in your life and it was the first time, you would go to somebody that you know that reputable and say, hey, how you make jerk chicken?
Yeah.
Right? But some people it's to the point where they think the instructions are against them. They feel like the instruction, like the recipe is against them. Like, I'm not gonna look at that recipe because I know what I'm doing. It's just like cooking any other chicken.
Nah,
No,
it
it's
ain't.
It ain't. It's a whole different ball game, right? And how come you didn't look at the instructions? Because it was my first time. But seeing that it's your first time, wouldn't you look at the instructions?
God.
But because I don't want to be told nothing from a person or from the instructions, I ain't reading those. You know those people that get something to put together, they like instructions. Who needs that? I'm a carpenter.
Just feel it out.
Yeah, you're gonna figure this thing out.
Eyeball.
His eyeball, yeah. Sure. Because I don't feel like being told nothing. I don't even want the instructions to correct me. But then what do they end up having to go back and do?
Look at the instructions.
Take everything apart, if it can be. Look at the instructions and redo it and waste time. And that's usually, ain't that what we get to where it's like, okay, you ready? You ready to try again? Yeah. I'm humble now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ready to get rid of all the pride? Because remember, he said he rejected. Get that one real quick. Get that one. He said he rejected the proud and give grace to the humble.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that? Is that Peter? Where's that at?
God resist. Yeah, it's Peter. God resist the
Yeah,
proud.
God resists the proud and give grace unto the humble. So pride, a lot of this that we're seeing is just pride driven. It's all derivatives of pride at the end of the day. Right? Where is it?
Or is it Colossians?
This is one of one things. Anybody find it?
How does it go again?
God resists the proud, and give grace unto the humble.
Oh, no.
First Peter 5.
Here it is.
This is in Peter's, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You said 5?
Yeah.
Let's see. Looking right at it and just overlooking it.
Mm.
5 and what?
5 and 5.
Looking right at it. Oh, right, okay. So there's more to it. Right? Somebody read that one.
Look at 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 5.
Right?
Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder.
Right?
Yea, all of you be subject one to another,
Go ahead.
and be clothed with humility.
And be what?
Be clothed with humility.
That's the point. We should be clothed with humility. You should be willing to be subject to a person that has the information. That's the point. If you're trying to get the information and do things correctly and move freely, right, and get from point A to point B without injury, you should be willing to subject yourself. You should be clothed with humility. Go ahead.
For God resisteth the proud.
What happens is the pride allows you to be resisted in your movements, right? The blessings resist you. The forward momentum resists you. It's a resistance. When you have resistance, what is it? It's contention, it's friction, it's back and forth. It's a constant tug of war, right? So he's resisting you. You're trying to get your way, and the Most High is like, I resist you. I'm pulling away from you, but you're trying to pull closer, but the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, I don't want to do it the way you prescribed. I want to do it my own way. Well, the Most High pulls away, and then you trying to pull closer, but this is a tug of war. Go ahead.
And giveth grace to the humble.
But see, that grace that we need to be able to make as least mistakes as possible to get from point A to point B, or to make a mistake and not let it hit us so hard where we can't come back from it.
Mm-hmm.
That grace is what the Most High gives to those that listen, that are humble. But the proud, they get hit hard. It goes right back to Wisdom of Solomon 1, 2, 3, 4. The forward thoughts separate.
Yeah.
Forward thoughts separate from God and his power when it is tried. What does it say? It does something to the ungodly,
Let's get it.
right? It says, forward thoughts separate from God, and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise. I already read it.
That was Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 3.
That was Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 3. Yeah, I just happened to turn the page and it flipped right to it. Right? But that's the point. He reproves you. Why? Because you get prideful, you try in the power, and then it reproves you. Right? So y'all understand that. You can jump back.
Con.
So another reason, there's a lot of psychological reasons why people don't want to accept good advice or the truth. Lack of personal relevance. Lack of personal
Reverence?
reverence.
Right.
It says, good advice feels generic or not tailored to one's situation. Relevance.
Is it relevance? What is it? Can't see from that far. Psych. Oh, it is relevance. Salakia. Relevance. Relevance. The quality or state of being closely connected or appropriate. Oh, relevance. It's not relevant.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh,
it's not
relevance. Right. The word. It's the way you're saying the word. I'm like, is that a new word?
Maybe I'm putting too much emphasis on.
You are. You're like breaking it up. So when something is, it's like what we. Oh, that ain't relevant to me right now. That don't apply to me right now. So I ain't gonna do. I ain't listening to that.
Relevance.
Relevance. That don't apply right now. I ain't going through that right now. So, you know what? I don't gotta hear that. Remember what I said in class Saturday? Who remembers what I said about things applying to you? That it may not apply today. It may not apply tomorrow. It may not apply next week. But at some point, it's going to apply.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it's not relevant today towards my situation, I just cast it from me. Or because I feel like it's not relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's not, because I feel like it's not. Because it like you said, it's generic. It's it was that the Assyrian king, the Assyrian ruler that came to get his skin healed because he had leprosy. To him, dipping inside of the Jordan wasn't relevant for him. It's like, that's generic. Why should I do that? I need something more opulent. I need something more grandiose.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me a different river to hop in.
Mm-hmm.
Surely there's like, the baths of Hadrian, the Roman baths, the baths of Hadrian that I could go dip in. Right? Yeah. Right? But because it's not relevant, or I feel like it's not, or I can't. See, that's the thing with the cognitive dissonance, though. Because that makes things not relevant to you, even though they are.
Yeah.
It makes you build up a mind that this don't apply to me. And then what do? You just ignore. I don't know why you talking. It don't apply to me. Some of y'all are doing it right now. See, I don't be ignoring stuff, so I'm gonna just ignore that. I don't be ignoring stuff, but I'm gonna ignore him now. Right?
You got pride on you. I'm not prideful.
Right? So, relevance, or things being relevant.
Relevant or relevant?
Relevant. But say
Relevant.
relevant.
You're saying relevant.
He's messing me up.
Like relevant, like
Relevant.
Like irrelevant.
It's irrelevant or relevant. What am I saying?
Relevant.
Wow.
yeah.
I'm saying relevance.
Nasty word.
Relevance. That's the word.
It's one of these words. I think you might have.
That's the word.
Relevance.
But when I searched it up, it went to
Oh, yeah.
relevant.
Spell it.
RELEVANCE.
Say it.
Relevance.
relevance. That's what
Y'all
I'm
are
saying.
saying relevance,
Rev.
like
Rel.
reverent,
No, it's relevance.
right? But y'all are saying
Oh.
rev.
Oh, okay. No, it's relevant.
Relevant.
Yeah, it's not relevant.
Relevant.
Because I'm used to saying irrelevant so many, but not the word by
Relevant.
itself. Relevant.
Okay.
Relevant. Relevant. It's not relevant. It's irrelevant.
Well, you see, look, this was a perfect example of the class right here, live in action. You see how the truth and the understanding came from the sister? And then we didn't just, oh, well, I believe it said this way, and I'm going to just stick with it. Or she's attacking the way that I pronunciate words. You know, she's attacking me. No, I'm saying it right, you're wrong. No, I was like, oh, we saying it wrong? Okay, well, let's say it right.
Exactly.
Con.
Exactly.
It's a perfect example. But see, that's what people got to get good at doing. You got to get good at being able to be corrected against your own mind.
Yeah.
So
Relevant.
it says, why does this matter? Why does it matter? People are more likely to act on advice when it connects emotionally or specifically to their life.
Damn. Oh my God. Yeah.
So if
See?
we can do this, right? We can teach class and we can give a general example. And people, well, that don't apply to me. That's too blanket. That's too generic. That's not nothing I'm dealing with. But then when we use a specific examples, oh, y'all are just calling me out. Y'all are talking about me on the podium. No one said your name. And we gave a specific example tailored to you because you felt like the other things that we were saying were not relevant.
But then you make that irrelevant because it's so specific that you deny it. And say, oh, see, he's being mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to disregard the information.
Con.
See, he's just being mean. See, qatazap. See. Right? He's the hero of my story. Excuse me, the villain of my story.
Yep.
He's the villain of my story. See, he's just mean. He's always talking. You can make anything irrelevant if you just have a mind geared towards not listening.
Con.
No matter how much it does fit you. See, it says something about emotions. So what is it saying about emotions? That you want to be able to placate to what feels good, because that's what emotions do. They make things feel good. So it's really about, does this make me feel good? Right? Think about it. When we come to our people and we say, listen, shrimp, crab, pork, lobster, curses, blessings, do this, what you got to do this, do that. They look at us like, nigga, that's irrelevant. The law, irrelevant. The pork, that don't matter. Acts 10 says, and Jesus in Matthew said, whatever goes in the mouth and comes out the mouth. Right? They make it rhyme weird. They make what we're saying irrelevant. Why? Because Pastor said he attached an emotion and a feeling to it, with the music, with the panting.
Oh,
right?
yes, Lord.
Yeah, and the voice octaves changing, and we just come directly, hey, stop doing that. But they come with the organ, the pipe, the music, the steppers, the step dancers. They doing all
crip walkers.
They crip walking. They doing everything, right, to play on the emotional side to make the message watered down. Right? So it goes back to not necessarily what I need to hear, but how do I want to hear it? And what do I want it connected to? Do I want it connected to reality and logic? Or do I want it connected to emotion? Because then with emotion, I can always find a way to emotionally escape. Right? I can play to the emotion of a situation. Right? Logic Logic puts you in a corner, right? Logic puts you in a corner where you have to, it's hard to fight out of something that's logical. You really got to fight hard to fight away from somebody's actual logic.
Yeah.
But emotions is easy. I can just get you emotional, and then you can remove me out that corner. But if it's logical, you about to be boxed into that corner right there, with the paint ain't matching. Nobody wants to sit right there, right?
He's like, I sit here all the time.
And you're boxed in, and it's hard to get out that corner of someone's logic if they're coming with real facts and truth. But as soon as it gets emotional, don't we all go away? Doesn't the whole situation explode? And so, remember, we've been taught to go towards our emotion, to going back and letting everything fold into each other. That ego is emotional, right? The cognitive dissonance allows you to not think about, remember, when it talks about cognitive, it's talking about brain function, the ability to touch, taste, hear, smell, see, speak, and then break down all these different things according to Ecclesiasticus 17, 1 down to 5, right? But once I remove those factual things, like when I touch it, it's hot. Well, I feel like if I touch it, it ain't gonna be as hot because I got like cooling powers. I'm one of those X-Men.
I got Benjamin hands.
Yeah, I got Benjamin. Wow. I got Benjamin hands, so I can touch them coals. Or I feel like if I do this, then something is gonna change because it's me. Well, factually, that's not the case, right? But it's like, nah, I don't want to deal with fact. We want to sit over here in these emotions, because emotions get to tell me and make me that superhero.
Yeah.
Right? Emotions make me a superhero. Emotions allow me not to have to deal with the facts and the logic of a situation. And then you get pissed off because all we do is say, hey, well, logically, this is where we at. Factually, this is where we at. We down here. But you want to be emotional on cloud 9 up here. And we're trying to bring you down a little bit so you can just not hurt yourself or others. And you're like, nah, bruh, I can do this. Right? You know those cappers? They can lift 1,000,000 pounds in the gym. They're the strongest. And as soon as they get in the gym, they got mad excuses. Oh, well, I tore my shoulder yesterday. Or, I got cramps and I got a muscle strain from 4 weeks ago. And, when I was in high school, I did this and I did that. But what about, we talking about now?
I'm talking about now.
Well, right now, nigga, you overweight, fat, sloppy, sick, and you're not lifting no 1,000 pounds. Just start with 10.
Looking like Larry Holmes.
Yeah, start with the fact is you need to start with 10 pounds and get your way up. Right? But in their mind, they're like, nah, I could do the 1,000. I could do 1,000 reps. I could do the 1,000 pounds. And it's just really a play on emotions. A lot of our people like to be inside their emotions. Because you're not really, just think about it. When you are emotional, are you really held to any type of thing to taper that in? Like, watch this. If you wanted to sit inside your room and cry, and just have a reason to cry, like literally tears of crying, is there something that stops that, or could you just cry limitlessly?
Stop it.
You said you would have to stop it, right?
Yeah.
Because logic says, nigga, you can't sit in the room crying all day.
Right.
It don't matter what happens. Family member dies, this happens, this happens. You can't sit around for years on end crying about that. Because why? You got to pick up the pieces and move forward no matter how hard it hurts.
Right.
That's logic. But emotion is like, no, I just want to sit here and cry. And then when I'm not crying, I want to lay in the bed. When I'm not laying in the bed, I want to sit up and cry. I want to cry in my food. I want to cry a cup full of tears. I want to cry in the shower. I want to cry so you can see. I want to cry to the love song, the hate song, the rock song, this, that. I want to play video games and cry. I want to be crying. But logic has to come in and interrupt. What feels good? What feels good?
The crying.
The crying, the emotion, right? The emotion feels good. The logic doesn't feel good because logic holds you accountable. Because now you got to think about what it is you're doing. You got to think about what you're crying for. What you crying for? You ever ask a kid that they crying? You're like, what you crying for? They like, And they look at you bewildered, like, huh, why am I crying?
Yeah, I've heard. I don't know.
Because what you're trying to do is remove the emotion.
Like, are you hurt?
No.
Mm.
Well, do you have they may have a really good reason to cry in their mind, but logically, when a person comes that has a higher intellect and logic starts to break it down, it's like, oh, they just told you no. Okay, well, that's not a reason to cry. Let's give you the reason why that's not a reason to cry. And then if you do cry, not to cry like you just got beat bloody, right? To cry like somebody like cut off one of your limbs, right? But that's what children do. They have this, they don't know how to control that emotional thing. And so somebody as a parent with logic comes in and breaks down the emotion that, hey, you can cry, but you can't cry like that. You know that cry when they cry, they can't breathe? And you think that something really happened, and you like, what? And it's like, I dropped my lollipop.
Like, start checking their body. Like,
Yeah, you start looking around like, are you whole?
yeah,
And all it was, a warrior did that one time, man. The other day she did that to me.
yeah.
Left the doctor, she got the little lollipop, and she drops it in the car, like, man. She drops it, and she in the damn back seat losing it. And I'm like, yo, what happened? I'm driving.
Yeah,
So I'm like, yo, what's going on? Right? Just to come to find out she dropped the lollipop. And this is how quick I shut her up. I took mine out and it was like, here. And she was like, and I was like, come on now, you ain't got to do all that to me. Right? But if I had a chance to talk to her about it, logically I would have been able to show her like, hey, you ain't got to act like that to get the things you need. Just ask. Right? But what's easier, to ask or to cry?
Cry.
Hopefully I'm making sense.
Yeah.
Right? But it just going off these points, and it really breaks down that really a lot of these points is childish.
Yeah.
Excuse me, all the points are childish. All of them are what children do to escape accountability.
Yep.
Right? They find ways to maneuver around accountability. We shouldn't be doing that.
Yep. No, right on point. People are more likely to act on advice when it connects emotionally or specifically to their lives.
Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all. You were there. We took the kids to the Barnes and Nobles. Remember when I came in the mall?
Yeah.
That Monashah Warrior? We went to the Barnes and Nobles. And Monashah looking at all the toys. He's like, all the toys. And I'm like, well, the only way you can get a toy from here is you got to look that way and look at all the books. And he was like, man, there are more books than toys. And I said, the only way you can get a book or a toy is if you get a book. Right? So we left out of there. We didn't get no toy. A few days later, he's like, Dad, I want to go to that toy store that we went to. I'm like, why? What's up? He's like, I want to get a toy. I was like, okay. But you can't get no toy unless you get what? He's like, oh no, never mind. I want to get a book. So he changed it. Why? Did he really want a book? No, he actually wanted a toy, but he knew the thing that was attached to a toy was a book. So he was like, I want to get a book. I'm like, but you can't get no, or I want to get a toy. No, you can't get no toy. And he thought about it. He was like, no, Dad, I want to go there and get a book. Why? Because emotionally, he knows how to connect things to his emotion.
That was relevant to his life.
Relevant. It's him doing it.
It was relevant. It was relevant.
Reverence is a damn movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. The relevant, right, is what we're talking about. He's killing me right now with these words. But he knows how to make things. He goes emotionally to things that resonate in his life, right? So he'll get the book knowing that a toy comes along with it. That way he can disregard the book later and play with the toy because that's the emotion.
Yeah. Next one. There's all these different reasons why people don't want to hear you or hear us. So this next point. Delayed gratification and present bias. Delayed gratification and present bias. It says tendency to value immediate comfort over long-term benefit. Kind of like how Qatazap was talking about the crying feels more comfortable.
Yeah.
But the wisdom, right? Wisdom says, what does wisdom say? Wisdom say a lot of things. Wisdom's more moving than any motion.
Yeah.
Wisdom says a lot of things about a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Let's use a catchphrase that they used to say back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of say it now sometimes too. It's cheaper to keep her.
I say it's cheaper to keep it there, boy.
Now, what is that wisdom saying?
Better work it out. So you guys get a divorce and get child support.
Right.
And alimony.
Because short term, get that dragon the hell out my house. I'm done with her. Cut her off. Divorce. It feels good in the beginning. You're free.
Yeah.
But then long term,
You got baby dragons.
you got baby dragons, you got child support, your kids is in another household. If you got kids, they're being raised by somebody else. They being raised by her grandmama that ain't like your grandmama, that don't believe what you believe. Or they getting raised by Julio.
Mm.
You know?
Don Julio the drink or the dude?
Both.
Damn.
The Don Julio dude, the Julio that drink Don
The
Julio.
Julio twins. Julio and Juan. Julio and Julio.
Abashai, he sent this picture. He sent this
I
picture.
got his name is
And
Juan.
I wish I could just post it and show everybody here. Look, this right here. So it's this picture. It's a husband and wife, and it looked like they're arguing. The wife is saying, "Why won't you just leave?" And the husband looked like he had a long day at work. Kids is playing on the floor, and he has his hand back like this to the wall, and the wall is like a wall full of demons. And so he's not leaving. He's there because he's keeping the demons away. But she's like, "Nah, I want you out of my life. I don't want to deal with you no more," basically. And then underneath this picture, watch, I'm gonna screenshot it, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Underneath the picture, it shows grandmama in the picture. No, actually, it's the same woman. She's now an older woman, and the children are grown up, look like they high, smoking weed, demons all on the couch, house on fire. Because the man left. Now, she was emotional, and she felt the short-term benefit of him leaving is I can have my peace and do things the way I want to do things. The long-term effect of it was the house is overran by demons. Delayed gratification, present bias. Immediately, she probably felt good when he left, but long-term effect of it,
I got Granny in the bottom. She couldn't even keep the demons off. That's crazy.
Nah, she
turns into the
Granny. Oh,
damn.
this is what her life turned into.
So the demon is the husband replacement.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
And her children is just demons.
Overran, the whole house overran with demons. But him being there was the one keeping them back.
Yep.
Right.
That's a good. Damn.
It's a good depiction, huh?
It's that young thumbnail.
Yeah, t-shirt.
It's that young thumbnail. Yashigar.
Yeah.
Yashigar already thinking. He cooking. He already cooking. He already cooked up a thumbnail that quick.
Right?
Damn.
So the immediate comfort versus the long-term benefit. Another thing, I keep hitting on health stuff, right? Routine, workout, get your spiritual studies in. Initially, it's uncomfortable because it's your scrolling time. Oh, I like to just sit in bed for about an hour and scroll before I get up. No, get up and read the Bible. Get up and go for a jog or a walk. Get up, do some jumping jacks or some sit-ups or push-ups. Do something that's going to get your body moving, that's going to benefit you. But short term, it's uncomfortable. There's no immediate comfort in that. You get immediate comfort from scrolling. Funny video. Funny video. Oh, some weird information that I never knew that I'm never going to use. Because there's a lot of informational videos. But in the grand scheme of things, how much are you really going to use? You know, there's like, life hack videos. Like, you know, you take the baking soda, you mix it with hydrogen peroxide, and then you pour it down your sink, and it's going to get rid of all the smell and declog the sink. And you're like, oh, cool, I'm going to save this. And then you never watch it again. And you forgot that you even saved it. But you feel good over watching it. You feel like you did something nice. Yeah, I'm gonna save that one. Look, matter of fact, I'm gonna save it and send it to myself. I'm gonna send this to Corey because he be on that. You know, scrolling. You get comfort from that. You don't get comfort from hopping out. First thing that you do as soon as your feet touch the floor doing 100 push-ups. You don't get comfort in that. It's like, I'm still asleep. Oh, Lord. My life. What else I gotta do for the rest of this day? Damn, my arms are starting to burn. Do I keep going or do I just go ahead and stop? Oh, I said I was gonna do 100. Might as well keep going. What am I gonna do after this? Sit-ups? I did say I wanted a six-pack by Passover, so I guess that's next. Oh, you know what? Talking to myself too much and I lost count. I gotta at least be at 50. Morning thoughts of Shatak.
Funny.
But that doesn't feel good. But long term, healthier, stronger, I'm more agile, I'm more vibrant, even though I might be getting older, but I'm feeling younger. You know, all these benefits. When brothers are giving advice and counsel per the scriptures, it don't always sit well because you don't see an immediate result from it. Say, hey, I do this. You don't want to do the method because the method is not like a microwave method. You don't just pop it in the microwave 30 seconds and it's good. No, you got to go. You got to read, you got to study, you got to understand, you got to talk, you got to apply, you got to show meekness, humbleness, gentleness, humility, you know, like you got to do all these fruits of the spirit. You got to long suffer. You know, you got to do what the scriptures say, not go railing for railing. You got to do all these things. And it's not yielding a instant result. It's like husbandry. Like qatazap, he grows all this stuff. Plants the seed, or however you might germinate the seed some other type of way and then plant it. Mm-hmm. And then it got to grow up. And then before it grows up, you still got to take care of it. Proper sunlight, water, taking the pot from right here and then putting it right here. Make sure it's not in the heat too long. Too much direct sunlight. Whatever. He knows all that. It's delayed gratification. Then finally whatever he's growing grows up and you can get some fruit from it. Whether you're getting carried out of the situation, a tomato, or you're getting some type of fruit or lime that he's growing. That's the long-term benefits of it. But initially it's like, I got to do all that for some lemons?
Yep.
It takes a long, like months for some lemons?
Years?
Yeah.
Like I just pull up to Fiesta right now.
You do that in the meantime. That's the point. That's how you stay the anxiety of, you know what I mean?
But in the spiritual things, it ain't always a spiritual quick.
Yeah, you can't do a spiritual quick fix. That's the difference.
Yeah, you can't just hit the Bible bookstore and say, hey, let me get one of those order of patience, order of meekness and humility. Let's put that in the bag.
You're absolutely right.
Before that grows up. And then while I'm growing my humility and my patience and my meekness and my long suffering? I got some right here already. Got a bag full of it. Nope, don't worry about that. You got to grow your own. Spiritual stuff, you got to grow your own spiritual food. And it just doesn't happen. So that's why some people don't want to listen to the advice. They don't want to follow the counsel. They don't want to hear the truth. Because why? It takes too damn long. I got to do all that. It's like I was telling someone, I said, hey, guess what? You said that you understand that you have these spiritual defects, or you got spirits on you, got demons on you. How you gonna get the demons off of you? I asked a question. I was like, how you get the demons off of you? Oh, first of all, before you answer that question, how are you gonna get the demons off of you? Do you want these demons to come off of you? Jealousy. You want to get rid of the spirit of jealousy? Yeah, I do. I want the Lord to take the spirit of jealousy away from me. You sure? Yes, I want jealousy removed from me. Okay. So how's that going to happen? What's the game plan? Talk to me. How are you going to get the spirit of jealousy off of you? Well, I'm going to read the Bible. What I can say it loud so everybody can hear you, sis.
That's not enough.
That's not enough. It's not enough. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, that's a start. That's cool. Reading the Bible is good. Should read the scriptures. Okay, but you also have to comprehend what you're reading. And then on top of comprehending what you read, you have to know how to apply what you've read. You have to know the timing and circumstances to apply the scriptures. Okay, you got that. You also have to do this. Go the extra mile. You know what going the extra mile is in this type of scenario? Mental scenarios. If you go through jealousy, well, what would you be jealous about? Someone else hanging out with your best friend that's not you? Everyone being invited to a place and you didn't get invited? Another brother saying shalom to your rib? It wasn't nothing serious, it was just shalom. Salute. Hey, nice shoes, sis. Nice hat. Nice dress. Oh, would that turn into jealousy for you? Because someone complimented your rib? Real PG-13 compliment? Or someone compliment your husband? Oh, sir, that was a nice class. And I really love that headband you got on. It matches well with your tunic and your girdle. I would like to one day be able to make a tunic and a girdle for you. Whoop, antennas up on the rib. Hold on. No one else is going to make my husband garment but me. No one else is going to fringe a shirt for my husband but me. My husband, my. That's what happens. But the first question, right? Do you really want to get rid of the spirit of jealousy? Okay. So you go through these mental scenarios of what would pique your jealousy and how would you deal with it according to what you've learned in the scriptures, what you understand of the scriptures. And then once that happens, right, prepare for the Most High to send plenty of situations for you to be jealous about. He gonna send them through because guess what? You asked for it. You said, I want to get rid of the spirit of jealousy. So you're gonna have jealous situation after situation where you're gonna get jealous. And what are you gonna do? Are you gonna get jealous? Or are you gonna stay in the spirit? What you gonna do? You want the spirit off of you, you gotta get exercised. Them demons gotta get exercised. Exercise doesn't feel good. I was telling y'all, like, I'm doing these push-ups and I'm like, my arm's hurting. Do I keep going just because I feel a burn and it hurts? I can still go. I'm not hurting myself, so I'll just keep going. I'll keep going until I just can't go, until my arms just won't literally move. Got to work it out. You got to deal with this affliction. And remember, it's the Most High giving you what you asked for. Delayed gratification. You got to go through it. It doesn't happen overnight because you prayed for it. It don't happen because you read a couple of scriptures. It don't happen because you got the comprehension of a couple of scriptures. It don't happen because you got you sat through a class. You got to get the scriptures. You got to get the understanding. You got to understand how to apply it. You got to get the class. You got to get you got to have the mental scenarios that you put yourself through. And then you got to actually go through it. You got to have these situations where you can prove that you understand, that you know you know what you know. But when this wisdom is given out to people, they're like, nah, sound like too much work. I ain't gonna do that. I gotta read, understand, apply, get class, think about it, meditate on it. Sound like a whole lot of work. Nah. It says here, good advice often involves sacrifice now for gain later. Something the brain naturally resists. The brain is naturally wired for quick fix. It naturally resists the long-term effect of
That dopamine hit.
right, the dopamine. It naturally resists doing something long-term because it's going to take a long time. It's not quick. It wants the dopamine hit. Okay, and last point. And then we'll part two this. Mistrust of the source. Mistrust of the source. You don't believe the person that's telling you. You don't believe that they really know. Yeah, you're just saying that. You don't really know. You don't understand my situation. My situation is too unique for you to just know. You've never been in my shoes. You know, Corey, like, man, you never actually been out there on the water fishing like that. You don't get it. Or, you know, Yashkar, like, you never been in my hood. You don't know what it's like being in the valley. I don't. I know it's like being in Fresno though. You don't know what that's like. Or Lasha Bar, he could be like, you don't know what boot camp was like. You don't get it. You don't get my life because you never been through boot camp. No. I've been through my dad's boot camp though. Like, but they mistrust. They don't trust the person that's bringing them the information. They don't trust the wisdom from the person that's giving it to them. It says advice is judged based on who gives it, not just what it is. So being that you don't trust who's giving it to you, you don't accept the advice, even if it's right. Why does this matter? It says even accurate advice can be ignored if the person feels the source lacks credibility, connection, or empathy. Oftentimes, I feel like I'm in this situation. I'm the mistrusted source. Because why? Well, you're not showing any compassion to my situation. You just look like whatever. It's like you're not even, you don't even care. You look like you don't even care. I'm telling you what's going on with me, but then you're telling me these things and you just look like you don't even care. Like, I do care. I am connected with you, sir. I am connected with you, ma'am. I am connected with you, Ak. I am connected with you, sis. I am connected with you, babe. I have empathy for you. I get what you're going through. No, you don't. It's like, okay. Well, let's do this. Quadash, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I miss anything? No, you said it all. Oh, okay, so that proves that I understand you. Right? But you just seem like you don't care. I do care. Like, I don't know if I can trust you though. Well, I'm not saying things that's gonna listen to my counsel. Listen to the things that I'm telling you that you should do. Where do I benefit in it? How does that help me? Am I telling you to go to the bank and withdraw your whole bank account and life savings and give it to me? Am I telling you, oh, you know what? You don't have to do that. You can just Zelle it to me. Am I saying let's run up your credit and buy a new car in your name and I don't pay for it and just run off with it? Like, where do I get the benefit in this? No.
It don't matter, because the demon is like, see.
See.
He's trying to manipulate us.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's trying to take advantage of us.
Mistrust of the source. And that's that's another reason why I gave y'all 7 complete reasons that psychology says why a person would not receive the truth. We're just gonna run through them. 1, cognitive dissonance. 2, ego and identity defense. 3, status quo bias. 4, reactance, resistance to being controlled. 5, a personal lack of relevance. 6, delayed gratification and delayed gratification and present bias. 7, mistrust of the source. And then for those of you who understand past 7, right? Past 7 is the everlasting number. The infinity, right? The 8, right? 8 just keeps going, right? There's no end. It just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
The 8th one is what qatazap said earlier.
Damn.
He's just a demon. You just a demon. Just a demon. Hidden feelings of hostility. Some people act stubborn just to annoy others.
Damn.
You may have caused them some kind of pain in the past, and now they're getting back at you passively aggressively. Stubbornness allows them to release their hidden feelings of hatred and hostility towards you. Just being a demon. I don't like you. They get qatazap. I don't like you. You know, it could be like that. Like, it could be the dopest wisdom, the most tuwab, sound, airtight wisdom, knowledge and understanding. You know, the angels could be singing, the heavens can be opening, the Holy Spirit coming down like a dove, and you can hear the voice of the Most High say, "Well done." Well, so this is my beloved Son. Hear ye him.
Hear ye him. The Lord himself could tell you, hear he him, and you'd be like, I ain't hearing that.
I ain't hearing that.
And I ain't hearing you either, Lord. The only thing I want to hear is the demon on my shoulder. But
Con.
we friends.
Con.
That's crazy.
We friends.
Just a demon. So we're gonna chop it off right there. There's plenty more class to go, but we're gonna cut it right here because I got another 2 hours in me. And with that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.